On this week's show, I'm driving to the rendezvous point where I boat in a Young's Wilderness Camp on Lake of the Woods for fantastic multi-species fishing and a chance at a giant muskie.
Hey, I've been fishing in Ontario for well over 40 years and have some great fishing memories, not to mention some very close friends. Ontario has some of the best multi-species freshwater fishing in the world. Ontario has a special place in my heart. The Ontario Experience captures all of this and more as hosts Troy Lindner and Ty Shadeen explore new places, meet some authentic characters, and experience world-class fishing and hunting along the way. The Ontario Experience is the next best thing to going on the adventure yourself, and who knows, this unique show just might give you some ideas for your next fishing or hunting trip.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. See you in a little bit. All right. Well, we're here at the boat pickup point for Young's Wilderness Camp here at Lake of the Woods. We crossed over through Fort Francis, then up just a little bit north of Nestor Falls. You turn off on Young's Road, and we're right here about to unload the equipment here for a fantastic few days of fishing on Lake of the Woods for walleye, of course, smallmouth bass, maybe some pike, and even maybe the conditions look right for a big muskie. We just got picked up at the dock. We have a short ride. I think it's just, that's it. And we're here, probably about a 3 to 4 minute ride to the camp. That was very, very fast. This looks nice.
Young's Wilderness Camp was established in 1936 by a gentleman by the name of Cy Young. Since then, we have taken this to a next level. We have new boats, motors, our cabins are all redone. We have electricity on the island. We do not have generator.
We're situated on Stevens Bay in a spawning area. We have muskie, northern, walleye, largemouth, smallmouth, and crappie. And perch if you like too.
Our multiple species in this immediate area makes fishing really enjoyable, especially you don't have to travel too far from the island to catch 8 different species of trophy fish. This is like coming to a land-based operation, but we are in the middle of nowhere on a 5.5 acre island.
This segment is brought to you by Tourism Northern Ontario.
Well, this looks like pretty good weather, I think, for maybe a mosquito bite.
I think so. We're gonna hit into some shallows here, Troy, and have a look in some weedy areas and see if we can pick off a few muskies this morning before we head out to catch some walleyes. So we'll jump aboard and head her out.
I couldn't have been more excited. With regards to the weather, the conditions were right, and I was amped for a shot at putting a Lake of the Woods muskie into the boat.
So Troy, we're gonna get all our tools ready. We're gonna go muskie fishing. We're gonna hit a few spots here. And now the important thing is to have all your tools at the ready. I got a couple of hook cutters, long nose pliers, some short pliers, got the file for the hooks, and we're ready. When you're out muskie fishing, it's very important to have all your tools ready. You don't want to be searching for them when you got a muskie on. I got some mouth spreaders here, so we're all ready to go. Yeah, there you go. You got her. You got her. You got her.
Oh, right on top.
Yep, right on top. Good job.
Right on top.
Okay, let me get the net.
But that was just a little tap. Didn't even notice it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hold on here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a beast. Oh, she came off. Oh, well. Whew.
That's muskie fishing, right?
Yeah, she just, when she turned, she had one hook, and I saw she just had one of the back hooks in her mouth. And that happens. So that is the excitement. Boy, nothing will get your heart rate racing like that. This technically counts as cardio.
Isn't that the fact?
And we haven't been out here fishing that long, so it is nice. We've seen 3. We hooked up with 1. I think it's a pretty good start. This is just after lunchtime, so I definitely think we have time to hook into another one for sure.
You know, Troy, that's muskie fishing. Let's go back at it. If it was easy, everybody would be a muskie fisherman, right?
Mm-hmm.
This takes a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work to catch muskies. Ooh, rock again. Oh, that ain't no rock.
No?
Fish on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Fish on. Fish on.
I'll get the net.
All right. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's not a big one, but it's a fish. She just barely hooked.
I'll get.
Oh, that's a small
Yeah.
one.
It's a
Baby. Here, take that. All right.
Got it.
Here we go. All right. Well, Lake of the Woods muskie, small one. They're getting
Yeah.
bigger. I think the feed's on.
Yeah, the conditions are right.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen some big ones. We got this one in the boat. And I think with a few more hours left of daylight today, we're gonna hook into one of those giant monsters, those
Yeah.
Lake of the Wood beasts.
We'll let her go. And there we go.
Oh, you hit it?
Oh yeah, a little one though. It's a
Oh,
pike.
nice pike.
It's a nice pike.
It hit right at the end of my cast when I threw all the way out there. And you're like, oh, fish on him. And I'm scrambling to get the net.
Come on, old girl. Oh, oh, she almost took me by surprise.
Yeah. Gonna sneak.
That's
all
a better
quiet.
pike. Look at the size
Yeah.
of that girl. That's a little
Yeah.
bit better, eh? Let's get her in the net. There, it's not a huge one, but it's
Yeah,
not bad.
that'll do.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, when you're pike fishing, you're fishing muskies, it goes basically from 0 to 100 like that. This thing came up right the side of it. It's all quiet, even with these 4-stroke Yamahas, they don't make much noise. So you're kind of idling through the weeds. You're just kind of casting, and then all of a sudden it's white water. It's like, it's on, and it's especially, you know, towards the end of the day like this, it's really exciting. I mean, this is adrenaline pumping fishing fun.
Yeah, not a monster, but that's a nice pike.
Yeah.
Considering we're just playing for some, looking for muskies, and you catch something like that.
Yeah. No, that's.
They're going on a black spinnerbait, willow leaf, so I think
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
fun. Anytime you're catching fish of this size, and granted the muskies are 2-3 times as big as
Yeah,
that here.
they are, definitely. But it's fun, right? You can come in here and catch all the pike you want back in these shallow bays with the lily pads. There you go, sweetheart. Oh, she's ready. There she goes.
This segment is brought to you by Go Fish Ontario, Canada.
I think one of the good things about Young's is that you have an opportunity to bring kids up or people that haven't had much experience fishing, and they can catch a lot of fish. Or you can bring people that are experienced fishermen that want to go after trophies, and 50+ inch northern or muskies are there, along with big northerns, and that's kind of unusual. In a lot of places they kind of specialize in one or the other. But Young's has a great opportunity for any experience leveled fishermen to come and enjoy themselves. There's one. Not a big one, but it is a fish.
All right, well, we are on the board. We haven't been fishing but just about 5 minutes. We already got one in the boat. It's a good way to start the day.
There's days when you can catch 50 to 100 of this size northern, which are a lot of fun for people, especially, you don't want to just have people come up and catch 1 or 2 fish. When they think about Canada, they're thinking about catching a lot of fish. And that's as important to some people as catching the big fish.
This area looks a lot different than Stevens Bay. Like you said, Stevens Bay is very stained. This is very clear water, and a lot of islands just behind me here and throughout the drive that we had here.
Yeah, it's the islands is what really makes this part of the lake different than most of Lake of the Woods. I didn't fish Lake of the Woods for a lot of years because I was afraid of the big open water until I came on to Whitefish Bay, and it's just island after island after island. No matter what the weather is, no matter how hard the wind's blowing, it's easy to find places to fish out of the wind, to be safe, to be comfortable, and just an endless variety of fish that you can catch with all the islands and the crystal clear water and the weed beds. It's just really a perfect spot for any fisherman to come and catch fish.
I can just barely, even in this low light, just see when you see these bigger, like this right here, these bigger rocks make for good smallmouth habitat. Yep.
Did you sight fish? You saw him the whole time?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was over that rock. There should be something. I saw the jig go over the rock, and then he came up right behind it, let some line out, and sure enough, doesn't have anybody with him. Many times they school up. It's always fun when you get into one. You usually get into a lot of them. It's eating crawfish, but so you got a little easy meal. Nice one.
Oh, there's one. Ah! Oh, he's still on.
This is a little guy. Oh. Oh.
Not a nice fish.
Yeah.
A little better.
Yeah.
He's not a giant, but he's a nice little fish. A lot of fun to catch.
You said the same stretch we're fishing, you had a number of fish, you said the other day coming through here.
So what I don't like about crankbaits is I don't really want one in my thumb. Nice little fish.
Did you know that over the years, there has been a lot of debate about the world record muskie? In fact, for years, the world record stood at 69 pounds, 15 ounces. But in 1992, the record was found to have been falsified and it was disqualified by the Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame and the IGFA. They replaced it with Louis Spray's 69-pound, 11-ounce fish caught on October 10, 1949 on the Chippewa Flowage in Wisconsin. This fish was also eventually disqualified, and Cal Johnson's 67-pound, 8-ounce fish was replaced as the record, caught on July 24, 1949 on Lake Coeur d'Alene in Hayward, Wisconsin. Ontario has produced some giants too, like the Ontario Record Muskie, which stands at 65 pounds and measured 58 inches in length and 30.5 inches in girth. Where will the next world record-breaking muskie originate? There's a pretty good chance that it could come from Ontario. That much is for certain.
Besides the fantastic fishing, Young's Wilderness Camp also features spectacular home cooking, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Along with catching your fill of fish, you're guaranteed a full stomach, that's for certain.
We have a friendly wait staff who will come by your table every day and take your orders for sandwiches, breakfast in the morning, and serving dinner. So you have options for lunch. You can either come in for lunch and have soup and sandwich, or you can take sandwiches out on the lake, which we will make special for you, designed to what you like. Or you can take the fixings for shore lunch and head out on an island and cook it by an open fire.
Now, what can I say about Young's shore lunches? Well, they're about as good as they get, with perfectly battered fish, potatoes, and all the fixings. Definitely an experience you'll remember for years to come and probably keep you coming back for more.
We have a fleet of 16 G3 boats that are powered with Yamaha 50s and 60s that have Lowrance, GPS, bow mount trolling motor, and all the safety equipment that you need to enjoy a happy fishing trip. But another unique thing that we offer is that we have a full stocked tackle shop here on the island. So if you're short of any kind of lure, whether it be for walleyes, bass, muskie, we have everything you need in our tackle shop to help you catch some fish. Born and raised on Lake Winnipeg, I started to fish at a very early age, about 6 or 7 years old. I would walk down to the lake and fish off piers for perch and walleyes. When we bought the camp back in 1991, I pursued the walleyes for the first year or so, but I also seen the muskies, and that changed my life forever. I pursue them. I've been pursuing muskies now for 25 years, and I know the water very well. As an avid muskie hunter, I find that Stevens Bay and Stony Portage offers a good mix of structure as far as weeds and rock. Now, being in a spawning area, most times you're going to find those big females. They're going to be back in the shallows right up until about mid-October. That's when they start leaving out, when the bait fish start moving. And at that time, we'll be fishing deep. But from end of June right up until October, we're basically fishing a lot of weeds and rocks. We will go out into the main basin and hit rock piles, but generally the fishing in this area, you're never more than 2 minutes to your next muskie spot.
Oh yeah, yeah, we got a muskie. We got a muskie.
All right, let me get my, okay.
Oh, hold it, hold it.
All right.
Hold it, she's not ready.
No.
Oh, that's a beast. Oh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, there we go. Slammed him. Yeah. All right. This is what we're looking for.
This is what we came here for.
All right.
And that's what we wanted. You know, the sun is setting here. We don't have much time left to fish. And sure enough, he threw up here, and probably the second cast on this spot landed this beast of a muskie. Now, this is one example of the many muskie that are caught out of here at Young's Wilderness Camp. Every single season, you have such a high concentration of fish this size in this area of Lake of the Woods. It's truly incredible. Okay. Oh, look at that. Barry, I want to thank you for an amazing time here at Young's Wilderness Camp up here on Lake of the Woods in Ontario's Sunset Country. What a way to end this trip with a beast like this.
Isn't that awesome?
Incredible.
You know, just as the sun went down, we hit Rock Point, and this is what we came up with.
I'm here in the main lodge at Young's Wilderness Camp. Behind me, a map of the United States as well as parts of Canada. And it's customary here for guests over the years to place a pin for their hometown. And you can see all the way south here, Texas, through Manitoba, West California, Washington, all the way over to New York and Massachusetts. And I will place my pin in my hometown of Brainerd, Minnesota.